There's a special election coming. Find out who's on the ballot.
And learn how you can conserve water and save money.
The free summer concert series is back. We have all the rockin' details.
And mosquito season is here. Is your yard safe?
All that and much more coming up right now. Hi, and welcome to the August edition of Rowlett on the Water on the Move. I'm Todd Gottell.
And I'm Brian Funderburg.
This show is produced entirely by city staff and can be seen on Rowlett's own television network, RTN 16. You can also find us on our YouTube channel by going to Rowlett Texas Video, all one word, for our past programs. And of course, Brian, your favorite website.
Rowlett.com.
That's right. For all of your information.
Right.
Well, Brian, we've got a great program today, and we've got a lot going on. And we're going to start with our special election. You know, as many of you have heard, there's a special election on Saturday, August 26th. There are 4 positions on the ballot: mayor, council members places 1, 2, and 3. Recently, the city secretary, Laura Hallmark, held a drawing for ballot positions. Here's the order of candidates on the ballot. For the mayoral candidates, place 1 is Tammy Dana Bashan, place 2 is Shar Richardson, place 3, Robert Van Blumendahl, place 4, Bruce Hargrave, and place 5, Jason Berry. Place 1 candidates in ballot order is 1, Israel Diasis Jr., 2, Lena Cleo, and 3, Robert Blake Margolis. Our place 2 candidates in ballot order are Jeff Winget, and place 2 is Arlen Brownie Sherrill. Place 3 candidates in ballot order are Diane Lemons and Matt Grubovich. Early voting will take place from August 9th through the 22nd and will be on one location, the Rowlett City Hall Annex, which is located at 4004 Main Street, which is where you pay your water bill. Please check Rowlett.com for voting hours. Then Election Day is on Saturday, August 26th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the City Hall Annex. It couldn't be any easier, Brian. Honestly, at the end of the day, when you think about early voting and having an opportunity to take advantage of that, or even on Election Day, it's one location, makes it simple and easy, and you'll be in and out.
And you're right, Mayor. I mean, it's easy to park right now, easy to vote, all one location. You can't get lost, so we hope to have a good turnout.
Well, if it's anything like the recent forum that we just recently held, I think it's going to be a very good turnout for this upcoming election.
For an opportunity to hear candidate platforms for those running for the election, the Rowlett Chamber of Commerce is presenting a candidate forum. It's on Thursday, August 3rd from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Rowlett Community Center. For more details, visit the Chamber's website at rowlettchamber.com. There are 2 more forums scheduled for August 7th and 19th. If you missed the August 3rd candidate forum, check our streaming video page the following day for the complete video.
Well, Brian, I'll tell you what, you know, it's very interesting. The forum that we held, or that was held by the Democratic Club, first off, thank you to the Democratic Club for hosting that, and really appreciate the Rowlett Chamber for hosting the additional 3 as well. I'll tell you, you know, it really makes a difference. When we had the number of people turn out, what I thought was pretty significant, it actually shows to me that people are actually interested, which is great. And it's an opportunity to see all the candidates that were there. Unfortunately, they were not all present, but the ones that you had an opportunity to see, you do clearly see some differences between the individual candidates with how they answer the questions. There are a lot of similarities, but there are some differences there.
Well, and Mayor, in 14 years, I can't ever remember having 5 candidates for mayor. So this could be a very interesting campaign. There are 3 running for place 1, and then of course 2 running each for place 2 and place 3. So this is a really unique time in Rowlett's history, and so it's exciting to watch.
The Rowlett City Council has approved a new contract changing Rowlett's solid waste provider to FCC Environmental Services starting October 1st. Currently, Waste Management is a solid waste provider for the city of Rowlett and has been for almost 5 years. But when Waste Management proposed a large increase last fall, the city decided to go out to bid and issued a request for proposal called an RFP. In the end, the council choice was FCC Environmental Services because they were the most responsive to the RFP, provided all new equipment and polycarts, provided the best technology, and had the lowest overall cost. We plan on a seamless transition from FCC. All routes and trash days will stay the same. In other words, if your waste management trash day was on Monday, it will remain on Monday with FCC. Polycarts will begin hitting homes the week of August 28th, and all will be delivered by the last week in September. There may be a time period during the transition when homes have 4 carts, 2 FCC and the 2 existing Waste Management. But don't worry, the 2 old polycarts will be picked up. Well, Brian, I'll tell you what, this has been a very interesting topic of discussion recently as it relates to the trash. You know, if you really break it down to the differences between the two companies when they came in, FCC was really the clear choice.
Mayor, they absolutely were. They provided all new equipment, all new polycarts. They had fantastic technology, which I think is going to be great in serving our customers. You know, they just did a really bang-up job. They wanted our business and they earned it.
Well, you know, and I felt bad for Waste Management because people were very, very pleased with the service that Waste Management provided. They've been very good to the city. But when the contract came up for renewal and the bid price was so high, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we didn't really have a choice but to go out to bid. And at the end of the day, you basically wound up with a 37.5% increase going with FCC. The others were much higher. Some were as much as high as like 80+%. So they were just significant increases. But at the end of the day, when you compared service levels, we have done such a great job with the agreement that we're able to provide a superior service to our citizens compared to other cities. If you think about it, you know, you basically push it, tow it, drag it to the curb, and they take it.
Well, and that's correct, Mayor. And this particular contract is a 7-year contract with an option to renew for up to 3 more years. I think that is pretty significant. And, you know, the service level that our citizens have come to know and to, you know, expect is what we call that drag, push, or pull. If you can get it to the curb, it's going to get picked up.
Well, and that was one of the challenges, you know, that when Waste Management came back, they changed the pickup method. They went from people on the back of the truck that are going to be disposing of the products back there. So if you had bags on the ground and trash on the ground, to a cart with an arm, which means if it doesn't fit in the cart, they're not getting out of the truck. Right. And so that's a big deal, or I should say, if it doesn't fit in the can.
That was a big deal to our citizens, and over time, you know, it's interesting because more and more people started to use it. Therefore, the number of coupons that we provided to the landfill started to drop off too. So people do like that service.
Well, I think that, and finally, I think the use of technology is really a big deal as well. You know, people were concerned about the RFID tags, and I don't want everybody to know what's in my trash. Well, that is so far from that. There are 2 types of chips that are out there. There's a passive and there's an active chip. These are strictly passive chips. They are doing nothing more than just identifying the cart that's there along with that house, and that's all it's doing.
During the summer, outdoor water use can account for 50–80% of your home water use. By adopting a few simple water-saving measures, you can reduce that amount and save money. First, stop the drip. Don't ignore leaky faucets. They are often easy and inexpensive to repair. 2, know where your master water shutoff valve is in case you have a pipe burst. 3, sweep, don't spray. Don't waste water by cleaning patios or sidewalks with it. Use a broom. 4, protect the pipes and insulate your hot water pipes. Not only do you save energy, but you'll also save water. 5, mulch the lawn. Don't scalp lawns with mowing during hot weather or leave lawn clippings on the lawn instead of bagging. But one of the best tools for monitoring water usage is coming soon to Rowlett residents. Our new AMI FlexNet water meter system is currently in the testing phase and is scheduled for a late summer launch. The advanced metering infrastructure antennas transmit water consumption directly to the city's utility billing department. This means when the system goes online later this summer, you will have the ability to access your water consumption online with hourly updates. Mayor, I can't tell you how excited we are to actually have this technology in place. Our staff is actually using it while we're testing it. And so when customers call us and they say, there's no way I could have used that much water, or, you know, what happened? You know, do I have a leak? Whatever it is, we're able to actually look at that and say, ma'am, at 2 a.m. on the morning of, or at 4 a.m. on this day, you used this many gallons. And so every hour that's updated to our antennas, through our antenna, up to the database, and people will actually be able to go online and look at that hour-by-hour history.
Well, it's a big deal, Brian. This is long overdue. I'll tell you, one of the biggest bones of contention that I had with in talking with residents all over the years, specifically about water bills, is usage. I didn't use that much. They swear they never use that amount. And then when you're able to tell them, hey, between this hour and this hour, you go, oh, we were doing such and such during that time, and it makes it very easy to recall. And so it's difficult when you get the bill a month or so later and you'd be like shocked because where did all that come from? There's no way I used it. But all of a sudden, if you're able to monitor that and be able to pull that up on your computer or your phone and go, hey, my usage is up by X, then who left the water running or who did this? So it really does make a big difference. And there have been several instances in talking to staff where they've had people call in. And when they call in, it was nothing more than, oh, well, Mrs. Jones, we're showing a peak use between this and this, or a huge spike during the time. You go, oh, we must have left the soaker hose running during that time. So it's going to make a big difference, and I think going to help clarify a lot of those issues that are there.
Well, and Mayor, as you know, you and I did a test last year, both at your house and my house. And the other interesting thing is that you used 17 gallons per minute.
That's right.
Per minute.
That's right.
And in my sprinkler system, I used 11.
That's right.
So even where you're located at in the city, your water pressure or other conditions,
That's exactly right.
your irrigation system or whatever it is, may actually have a difference between that and somebody else in the city. So again, this technology will be able to show you exactly what you used during that period.
Well, I'm looking forward to that kicking off. It's like I said, it's long overdue, and I think the citizens are going to be very pleased with it. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's something that they've asked for, is a better way to help monitor, and we're providing that.
Yep.
So, good news. Well, Brian, let's take a commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to be talking about the Public Works Department and their big accomplishment.
Howdy, this is Chris Paul, Public Information Officer of the Rowlett Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT. It is hot in Texas, and one of the greatest threats to personal safety that we address in CERT is heat-related illnesses. We see heat-related illnesses in those we serve, and we stay diligent with our own CERT personnel and activations and drills. Heat illnesses are no joke. From 1979 to 2003, over 8,000 deaths in the U.S. were caused by heat-related illnesses. Those at higher risk are infants and children, the elderly, those with mental illness, and the obese. From 1998 to 2010, at least 494 children died in cars due to hyperthermia. Remember, a child's body warms 3 to 5 times faster than an adult's. If you see an unattended child in a car, immediately notify 911. In the heat, you should wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothing and shade yourself as much as possible. Try to drink 16 to 32 ounces of fluid per hour to maintain body fluids lost to sweat. Of course, stay away from fluids containing alcohol or caffeine. They are natural diuretics, causing the body to lose fluids more rapidly. Finally, let's not forget your pets. They rely on you to keep them healthy. Please treat heat-related illnesses with the respect they deserve and take care of yourselves, your family, and your coworkers. Stay cool and stay alive. This has been Chris Paul with the Rowlett Citizens Emergency Response Team, and I look forward to seeing you again next month.
Have you heard the buzz about West Nile virus? Protect yourself and your family from the mosquito bites that spread the virus. Use mosquito repellents when you go outside. When possible, wear long-sleeved shirts and pants. Remove standing water where mosquitoes breed. Most people who get West Nile virus don't feel sick, but it may cause serious illness. Fight the bite. Tell mosquitoes to buzz off.
And we are back. Well, we are back with a big congratulations, Brian. That's a congratulations to our Public Works and Development Services for achieving the most prestigious, the American Public Works Association accreditation. There are only 9 agencies in Texas to be awarded the accreditation, and the 123rd and the 124th in North America. The APWA accreditation program only recognizes public works and development services agencies that go above and beyond the requirements of the management practices established nationally in their industry. These 2 departments have been working hard to achieve the accreditation since 2013. Please join me in congratulating our Public Works and Development Services departments on this well-deserved accreditation. This is a big deal.
It is, Mayor, and we're so very proud of our Public Works and Development Services staff. They worked very hard to earn this distinction. And this is not an easy one. Sometimes there are some that are a little easier to get. Accreditation from the American Public Works Association meant that they had to have a satisfactory score in 400 and something individual criteria. And they met all but one, and no sooner about a week later that they met that one. I mean, so they now meet all the standards that they're supposed to do. Industry best practices, just very proud of them.
Well, that is just awesome. And I know it's taken them a lot of time to do this, and it's well deserved. It's a great team. Sorry,
What are you doing?
These mosquitoes, they're everywhere.
Okay.
Do you know what time is mosquito season?
Yes, it is. It is the return of mosquito season. Unfortunately, there are several illnesses and diseases transmitted to humans by mosquitoes.
Sorry.
The most
helping out
common in our area is West Nile virus. One way to protect yourself is to dump the water. Be aware of any receptacles that can hold water. It doesn't take long for the water to become stagnant, becoming the perfect host for mosquito larvae. Empty, remove, cover, or turn upside down any containers that will hold standing water like tires, buckets, flower pots, and change water in pet dishes, wading pools, and bird baths several times a week. Cover trash containers so that they will not collect water. Environmental Services is asking all residents to please report all stagnant water sources. Please contact our Environmental Services Manager, Chuck Dumas, at 972-412-6125 or cdumas, that's C-D-U-M-A-S, at Rowlett.com. And please be sure that you give as much detail as possible, including the correct physical address of the complaint. Complaints do remain anonymous. Also, the city provides 2 free mosquito dunks to Rowlett residents while supplies last. Just bring in a current utility bill or an ID to the Development Services Building at 3901 Main Street. That's 3901 Main Street, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 p.m. You know, Mayor, this is really a serious issue, and every year we have somebody that contracts West Nile virus, even in Rowlett, and usually maybe even up to a dozen people in the DFW area.
It is, and mosquitoes are a serious issue, and it's something with a little bit of preventative can go a long way. And I think it's critically important that you make sure you do the 4 Ds that are there, but I think making sure that you dump the water, as you said earlier, is really critically important. It's so easy for a tire to be laying in the backyard somewhere or next to the house, and it collects water. We had rain just recently, and all of a sudden, where does that water? It fills up every little crack and crevice that's there, and in some cases, you may not even see it. I had a small dog bowl, I think I shared that story, that I put water outside, the wind got a hold of it and blew it into the bushes, couldn't find it. And of course, weeks later I find, and it was stagnant with water in the bush. And of course, that's breeding ground for mosquitoes. So it's really important that you make sure you check that stuff out and make sure you keep your yard safe, because an ounce of prevention goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
Join us for the summer concert series featuring Food Truck Fridays. Come unwind and have some fun while listening to some of the area's best cover bands. In addition to the most amazing tunes, the summer concert series will have food trucks on site offering up some of the most tasty, awesome food. So make sure you come hungry. Music performances run from 7:30 to 9 p.m. And here's the lineup. August 4th is Escape, the Journey Tribute Band. Food trucks will be Guava Tree, Sir Frank Dogs and Sausages, and Castle Snow Cone. August 11th will be Time Train, which is a variety of hit songs. Food trucks La Rosita, 4M Concession, and Kona Ice. August 18th will be Me and My Monkey, which is a Beatles tribute band. The food trucks will be Mel's Grill and Castle Snow Cone. And August 25th is Memphis Soul, which is a variety of hit songs, featuring food trucks which are Rock and Roll Tacos, Kona Ice, and Sumazing Food. Well, I like food trucks. Do you like food trucks?
I do, Mayor, and this is a great lineup. People are really going to enjoy this. We've got some of these bands have played for us before. They're very popular here in this area. It will be a great time by all.
Well, the summer concert series is just a whole lot of fun. Bring your blanket, bring your chairs, sit outside. Very family-oriented events. The bands that we have are very family-oriented as well, so it should be a lot of fun for the whole family. Looking forward to it. Well, Brian, let's go back to another commercial break, and when we return, we're going to talk about upcoming dates of interest.
A concerned customer at a public meeting says, "I'm using less water, but my bill is higher. What gives?" Good question, and one we'd love to answer. First, know that the water system where you live and the pipes, plants, people, and power that deliver water is yours. The water bills you pay are used to keep the water clean and flowing and the place you live going and growing. To bring you the best, safest, and most reliable water around, your provider needs to invest in the system. They're replacing and updating aging pipes and plants and using new technologies like smart meters and leak detection. These investments make your community's water system more efficient and help ensure water for the future. So, if your rates change and your bill goes up, remember that your money is going to make these important improvements. And water service, when and where you need it, remains an incredible value. But what's the best way to keep rates low? Conservation. Conservation is the key to delaying or even eliminating the need for more expensive investments down the line. Use less now and you'll pay less later. How does that work? Because to serve your community into the future, your utility may need to buy water, expand the system, use more chemicals to treat the water, or use more energy to move it. Many of those costs would be covered by you, the customer. That's why it's cheaper to make the water you already have go further. If people use only the water they need, your provider could serve everyone today and tomorrow with the current system and supply. No need to build new pipes or plants until you really need them. Plus, use less water, there's also less to clean. Conservation also saves water for emergencies. Pretty important considering the limited amount here on Earth. Even better, using less keeps the lakes, rivers, and groundwater aquifers where you live full and healthy. This makes wildlife happy and keeps activities like swimming, boating, and fishing fun for everybody. Will water rates keep rising? Yes, and for many reasons. But thanks to conservation, rates may not go up nearly as much. And remember, when you conserve, you'll always pay less than those who don't. So, if your water bill makes you wonder, what gives? Now you know. Any other good questions? Call your water provider to learn more about rates and how to conserve.
And welcome back. Let's talk about some of the upcoming dates of interest. Let's start off with our council and P&Z meetings for August. Our regular council meetings are August 1st and 15th. Our special work sessions August 8th, 17th, 22nd, and 29th. And planning and zoning meetings are to be held on August 8th and 22nd.
And don't forget to vote in the special election. Election day is Saturday, August 26th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Early voting is from August 9th through the 22nd. Check the website for times. All voting will be held at the City Hall Annex, 4004 Main Street, right behind City Hall.
And Brian, we've got a very special event coming up on August 12th. That's Pool for a Cure. It's going to be, again, held on Saturday, August 12th from 10 to 2 at Home Depot and the parking lot at 2201 Lakeview Parkway. Join us as the event participants, supporters, and volunteers come together to raise money for the American Cancer Society. Compete against the Rowlett community members, firemen, EMS, and police officers in this unique truck pulling event. Food trucks, DJ entertainment, and more. Family and friends are encouraged to welcome to attend and watch the festivities. Team registration is $150 for 6 individuals. Event t-shirts are included for each participant. To sign up or donate, visit our Facebook page or visit the link shown on the screen.
And make sure to visit the Wet Zone Water Park before summer ends. The last day is August 13th. The last event at the Wet Zone will be the annual Pooch Plunge on Sunday, August 13th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's time to let the dogs out, Rowlett, once again. Join the Friends of the Rowlett Animals as they host a Pooch Plunge dog swim. All proceeds from ticket sales will be used to assist animals in the Rowlett area. The cost is $10 per dog. Humans get in free. Each dog will need their rabies tags or paper copies of vaccinations to participate.
The Rowlett Animal Shelter will be holding a pet adoption event on Saturday, August 19th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Reduced adoption fees were just $25 for each animal. Come find your new best friend and help the animal shelter maintain its current live release rate of 99%.
Rowlett Fire Rescue is sponsoring the American Heart Association Standard First Aid CPR class on Saturday, August 19th from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Rowlett Community Center. The cost is $30 and it's open to anyone 16 years or older. Classes are limited to 12 students. You can call Julie Ward at 972-412-6230 for more information or to register.
And in closing, I want to thank you for watching the August 2017 edition of Rowlett on the Water on the Move. Next month's show will be my last show as mayor, Ryan. Hard to
Yes,
believe,
it
isn't
will.
it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what fun that will be. I know you guys will be very glad about that.
Lord.
So, any information, date, or story heard on this show can be found on Brian's favorite website, Rowlett.com. And of course, don't forget to like us on our Facebook page for the latest up-to-date information. See you next time on
Rowlett on the Water, on the move.
And it's in combination with Wet Zone with the City of Rowlett and Friends of Rowlett Animals. And it's the end of the summer party for the dogs to come out and enjoy Wet Zone on their very last day that's open.
It is our main fundraiser each year, but more than that, it's just about getting the community together. You know, it's a lot of fun to see all of the dogs interacting and getting along. I mean, it's amazing. Whole case of Costco tennis balls, we threw that in the water and they're all jumping around and all of that. Our goal is to help the homeless animals of the community and the surrounding areas. You know, the shelter has a lot of animals come through there, and we do what we can to help find them homes, help market them across the community and the Metroplex. We are not a city, group. We are a group of volunteers that supports our local shelter. Pretty much all of us have a full-time job, so not only are we working 40 hours a week, then we come and we work another 40 or so trying to help the animals get out. We, on a daily basis, communicate with the shelter. You know, how full are you? Are there any special needs cases? We really focus on raising funds to help the medical cases at the shelter.